pipe is a lot more powerful than any other search and replace you've ever used. Here I am in my feed data. I'm going to look at my filters, and here's a search and replace filter that we were talking about that automatically opens up the program. Again, the files to process we've already defined, and the file output we've also defined. If I just ran it, it would again just duplicate the exact same CSV file in the output folder. But now I'm going to apply some filters. As you notice, any filter you could enable or disable. So here's a filter I've already done, very simple. In the original file, I'm going to double click to open it. The image URL I have going to briefing.com, and let's say if I wanted to change that to go to this CSV data converter. So even though it's inside a string, it'll still find that and replace it. And this next one, I'm going to replace all the years. If you take a look over here, here's something I have a 2005, 2006. I want to replace them with all with 2010. I'm going to learn how to do that with an easy pattern. And then in the categories, I have fragrances for men, fragrances for women. I want to replace those using a list. So the first one's simple enough. I'm going to enable this one. This is going to replace anytime it says this, even if it's in another string of text, with that. I have to close the original first. And that's simple enough. On the next one, let's enable this. I'm going to say any sort of digits, and that's the code in the easy pattern for digits. This is the original number, 200, and any digit after that should be replaced with 210. So when I run that, it'll replace both of these, even though there were different years, with 210, because the operator is broad. And the last case is there's many different types of replacements. If you go to the tools, or on the left side also, you'll see you have many different choices of how do you want to do it, and one of them is a search and replace list. And that's over here, where you could actually have a CSV file with two columns and specify, browse and specify to say, no matter how long that CSV file is, it could have 100 different rows of column 1, column 2, what column 1 representing the original, and column 2 what's going to be replaced by, and that'll go through no matter how large your data is and find it and replace it. Or you could just, if it's just a small amount of stuff that you have, you'd want to just do from the list over here, where you could just add as you go along. And when you enable this, you'll see that everything was replaced exactly the way it was supposed to. So on the search and replace function, like I said, you have all these choices, and you could. It gets if you know a little bit about Perl, or even Microsoft Word, you can actually use patterns to go and find exactly what you want to search and replace.